We are watching the Pokemon World Championships. We are now into the top 4 to decide who goes to the final match. We have Luca versus, this is a Korean name, so if I say it wrong, I apologize. Seong, I think? Seong? We just watched Luca and Seong advance to top 4, and now we see them going up against each other, both Miraidon users, which makes me happy because I really want to see a Miraidon win Worlds. Now, I forget who the other top 4 contestants are. I just want to see a Miraidon win. So if a Calyrex Ice does not even get to the finals, that would make me very, very happy. But let's see how this goes. We got Whimsicott coming back. It's a nice, intense match. We did see Luca just barely win his last match. And Seong pretty commandingly beat a Terrapagos user who was the Japanese national champion. Like, very, very easily. Just didn't really have any problems with it because Whimsicott is just the strongest Pokemon that's ever existed, apparently. So we got Miraidon versus Miraidon now. Draco Meteor coming out into the spiky shields. And we also have the wonderful commentators from the actual event as well that I will talk over because I'm a rude person.
I mean, you're not going to, but if you predict the Whimsicott to go out, that could have been really bad for Luca.
It would be sick to have a Venomoth in top 4. Unfortunately, no Venomoths. Not really sure why.
It's got that tailwind in effect. But the Miraidon on Luca's end is putting a little bit of pressure onto the opposing.
Imagine the pressure of being in this situation right now. You're the top 4 players in the world, and you're fighting for a position as the Pokemon World Champion. I know someone's going to ask. Unfortunately, Wolfie is not in the competition anymore. He got knocked out in top 13 by Resistance. He was 9-3 and got knocked out by just not being able to make it into the top 16.
Light screen, and Luca has the option.
Okay, Dazzling Gleam comes through, does a lot of damage to the Whimsicott. Not as much to Ogerpon, but the Ivycudgel is going to do a lot more. Not knocking it out, though.
Ogerpon, but isn't going to fall it. What I'm looking at, though, is if Luca get rid of the
Dazzling Gleam will knock out both.
And then maybe set
Ooh, this is a good position for Luca. It's going to knock out both.
Speed war in the end, and that could give a huge advantage.
I mean, Whimsicott can set up a light screen, actually, so maybe not.
Really good call there, Sierra, because I think that's what you want to do. You want to let your opponent's tailwind pitter out and then set your own up, and then you're in that commanding position, especially because you all have already committed to that terrestrialization on the Miraidon. Maybe that's something that you would always look to do in this mirror, so you avoid that.
Wolfie's 17th, and he just missed out on top 16. That's heartbreaking. That's really heartbreaking. All right, we got Follow Me coming through from the Ogerpon on Luca's side. Moonblast into the Ogerpon because of the Follow Me not doing any damage at all. Ivycudgel into the Ogerpon as well, tanking it. And now that Dazzling Gleam is that's just gonna sort out those two. It's gonna absolutely sort them out. No light screen from the Whimsicott either, so the Whimsicott hangs on just barely with a smidgen, the tiniest of smidgens.
You can see how useful that light screen is that the Whimsicott has set up.
2 Miraidons going up against each other. It's like a clash of the titans. It's like Mechagodzilla meets Mechagodzilla. They should make a movie about that. They probably already have.
Miraidon is going to be susceptible to these Dazzling Gleams, right? But the one thing he could do is potentially go for
He's probably going to terrestrialize his Miraidon to make sure he's not weak to Dazzling Gleam, right? Oh, light screen. Oh, I'm an idiot. Light screen's already up. I'm such a moron. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I'm such an idiot.
It does take advantage of the electric terrain, and now because the Miraidon is a fairy type, it's going to be hit for neutral damage from that big, powerful electric type attack.
There is still with the
terrestrialization comes through on the Miraidon side.
Make sure if you are attempting to go for a single target attack like Electro Drift, it can be redirected as, of course.
There it is. And with the light screen up, it's just not going to be doing much damage to it anymore.
And you want to make sure you are dropping that weakness as soon as possible.
There's another Follow Me. Are they both going to use Dazzling Gleam? Are they both going to be locked into it? Probably not, right? Electro Drift comes into the Ogerpon, keeping the Miraidon alive. That light screen's going to suck for Luca, though. Seong might be able to pull it back because he has the light screen.
The room to go for that Miraidon the next turn, following up.
Oh, Moonblast into. Oh, he might get a special attack drop here.
Damage, but you're fishing for that drop, and
there it is. Oh, that was a nightmare. What a nightmare. I think he's going to switch out the Miraidon next turn. I really do. This almost feels like a mirror match here. In fact, it is. It's Whimsicott, Ogerpon, Miraidon, and somebody else. I don't think. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I don't see an Incineroar anywhere. What is happening here?
On your own end is now your Whimsicott is going to be the only one that matters, and the ability to set the speed on your end. If maybe you can even go for a pivot out, you would have to go for a manual one. You're locked into that move. that could be a great choice.
Incineroar fell off? Is Incineroar fell off? The Tailwind coming through. He's going to swap. Yeah, he's going to swap out. Try and stall out those light screen turns. Get the Tailwind up.
We're going to see Luca kind of switch out the Miraidon as well, so can refocus later on in this game. While the Whimsicott on Luca's side is going to set that Tailwind up, get the speed advantage, which is going to be so important later on in this game. And Iron Hands coming in on the field, which is a nice safe thing to bring in, right? You know that the
it's a straight up mirror match we're watching right now. This is so funny.
Great Pokemon to come in and just sponge that attack up if it is into this slot.
So much going for you in the speed as well.
Electro Drift. I don't know how well Iron Hands can take this. Oh, pretty well, actually. Not bad. That's respectable. Heavy Slam is knocking out the Whimsicott, so the Miraidon comes back in.
One hit KO, but you set the Tailwind. Things looking kind of okay. And your Miraidon can now hit the field as well as that Fako pressure that you brought along with it.
Yeah, all the Quark Drives.
Yeah, and the Quark Drive's going to come back too.
Wearing off, but we're going to start it all back up again as this Miraidon comes back onto the field to launch.
Excuse me, Iron Hands, you went no way there.
Activate those Quark Drives on both the Iron Hands here, and now Luca has the option to.
This is a true mirror match here. Look at this, a straight up in the same positions as well.
Has the Tailwind in
it's so funny.
Now in that advantageous position where he will be able to guarantee that he hits first. One turn of that light screen.
So one side has Tailwind, another side has light screen for one more turn.
You could launch it into
We have Fake Out going into the Miraidon. Probably a very good idea.
An attack boost on Songjae's side of the field.
As well,
there we go. Ooh, good chunk of damage though. Then Dazzling Gleam comes out. Specs locked into Dazzling Gleam. It's doing a lot of damage. The flinch.
How much can it do?
And the low kick. Knocking out. Oh, is it enough though? Is it enough? He has the Tailwind. I think Luca's got round one. I think Luca's got round one because the light screen goes away. And he has the Tailwind, so that is going to be a nice wrap-up for Luca in round one. Luca playing incredibly well and also being Italian at the same time. Very impressive.
It might be a 1v2 situation, but the previous turns all bringing it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is going to be that for this battle. I don't think that he can really do anything. Yep, the Dazzling Gleam comes out, and that is going to be both of them knocked out. Okay, so Luca wins battle one. They are all best of 3 matches, so we're going to go into another battle. If Luca can win 2 out of the 3, then he will advance to the finals. All right, let's get into the next match, shall we? Very exciting stuff here, very exciting. Oh, we see a lead with Farigiraf this time. I have a cough. I'm so sorry.
I want to take and slow this down to just a little bit. There's the potential of a trick room here, of course.
Nice shiny Farigiraf, though.
A good amount of damage, but leading it next to the Iron
Electric Sea boost in defense.
Go ahead and fake out that Miraidon and make sure it can't be damaging you.
Ooh, switching out immediately.
You are ahead, and no Tailwind can get set.
Yeah, I mean, the Tailwind, you probably don't want to set
Dazzling Gleam, but no terrestrialization.
That's really good deterrent in the first place.
Yeah, Armor Tail prevents the Prankster, doesn't it? Very smart. It's not an exact mirror match anymore.
Could be something that you don't want to necessarily take. And do you want to commit to that terrestrialization early on in this match? Maybe not. You might want to try and get some damage off into the Farigiraf, but at the cost of doing that...
Fake Out comes soon to Miraidon. Yeah, good play for them. Very good play.
Flinch this turn.
Oh, and the Trick Room. Oh, Trick Room, baby.
Is going to be the way we're playing this match. Luca having swapped out that Whimsicott into the Iron Hands does mean that he has a
Does he just do it again?
He's
I'll do it again.
I'll do it again. Onto the Farigiraf. Can't go for Fako to try and slowly make it through that sort of way.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't take
now with Trick Room, Farigiraf, and Iron Hands outspeed the Miraidon. Miraidon's now the slowest thing on the field.
You can be like, okay, you can fake out. You can get at least maybe a terrestrialization from your Miraidon. Try and get some useful Dazzling Gleam damage off, but you're not going to be able to do that this turn. You're going to have to go straight on the offensive with your Iron Hands. And you've got some good options here. You've got the Electric Train set up. You're going to be able to launch out a Wild Charge. That'll do a good amount of damage into that Farigiraf, but you've got to remember that that's Electric Seed has been activated, so its defense is bigger than it would be normally. Why we're not seeing anything.
There's the low kick doing a huge amount of damage. Heavy Slam comes out into Miraidon doing nothing, predicting the terrestrialization. Terrestrialization does not come through. Foul play into Iron Hands doing absolutely nothing. Ooh, bad turn. Bad turn for Xiong.
And
Very
Iron
good turn
Hands
for Luca.
going down
Soling out
this
turn of the Trick Room and knocking
where
out the
I think
Iron
this
Hands
can
at the
get
same time.
really dangerous is if you're losing a Pokemon that might be better in the slower dimensions and you've lost yours and your opponent still has theirs, all of a sudden maybe you just set up the Trick Room for Luca.
Yeah, and that's the big thing. You can see what Songjae was thinking there with that heavy slam into the Miraidon, thinking, yeah, well, you don't want to take a low kick, so you're probably
Terrestrializing Iron Hands to bug? That's a brave play.
Heavy slam would have done super effective damage, but Luca not playing into it, just saying, okay, well, I'm going to try and get some damage off. I don't want to really switch around at this point. But like you rightly said, another Trick Room's up. Songjae is lost. The one thing that would be so impactful in a Trick Room, and Lucas,
that's how you say his name, Songjae.
Set any speed control up so far. The Miraidon coming in is going to be susceptible to maybe a low kick coming out from Lucas end this time around.
Whimsicott comes back out, but what's that Whimsicott going to do? What story are you going to tell Whimsicott? The Terrestrialization coming through onto the Iron Hands, and then another Terrestrialization on the Miraidon as well.
You've got to watch out from that Miraidon.
Terra Fairy on the Miraidon, going to maybe be spamming some Dazzling Gleams. Not going to do too much to the Iron Hands now with the Assault Vest not being weak to it anymore. The helping hand though.
Well, once we get into the
still going to do a lot of damage. The low kick comes through onto Miraidon, doesn't do too much because it resists now. Very good terrestrialization from Songjae.
So nice. Helping hand, Terra.
That's going to do a lot. Oh, that is an instant KO on the Whimsicott though. Goodness me.
Gets to stick around.
Yeah, that's a big knockout there onto the Whimsicott, and Luca kind of falls.
And the Trick Room is still up as well.
Onto the Iron Hands, can no longer do it onto the Miraidon.
At least for a few more turns.
Picking a really nice move to lock into here because, yeah, the Iron Hands is taking that fairy type weakness away, but then if you're going for the terrestrialization there, the Miraidon is susceptible to that, and depending on the speed tiering, we talked about that earlier at the top of the match, if Songjae's Miraidon is
all right, the Miraidon comes back in. Now cannot terrestrialize.
In this situation, when
so it's weak to the Dazzling Gleam.
It is going to be able to get a Dazzling
Gleam. I mean, what do you even do right now? There's still 2 more turns of Trick Room. What do you do?
And is in a position where it could potentially.
Oh, he's just going to try and kill. Oh, he's just trying to kill the Miraidon. Okay.
To tie this match up.
What's nice about taking down the Whimsicott,
and he also Draco Meteored into it because on the assumption that the Iron Hands absolutely dismantles the Miraidon, then it can attack into the Farigiraf. If it switches out, for example, like it's doing now, onto Ogerpon, then he Draco Meteors the Ogerpon, he can kill that. So a pretty safe play all around. It means that anything is guaranteed, something is gonna die here. Unless he misses, which would be really unfortunate. But apart from that, something's gonna be absolutely destroyed. It's turned to dust even.
Foul play, follow-up.
Speaking of dying, goodbye, Iron Hands.
Yeah, big KO onto the Iron
Why do they die so slowly when they're Terra'd? He doesn't even die. He doesn't even lie down.
Would be resisted, but because of that terrestrialization,
there, Draco Meteor into the Ogerpon, taking out the Ogerpon. There it goes. God, I love competitive games. Oh, I love watching it. It's so fun. Who's going to make it through? Who's going to make it through? It's going to be Luca with his Italian. This is going to be the Italian Stallion, or is it going to be Songjae?
As well with the choice specs. Reminder. Once a Pokemon goes down, you cannot be swapping that out. And when we are facing off against this Miraidon with the
there we go, the Miraidon comes back in. There is one more turn of Trick Room. One more.
A Pokemon, but now you will not be able to damage it for the rest of the match.
I mean, Dazzling Gleam seems safe from the Miraidon now.
Popping off in this situation.
Helping Hand Dazzling Gleam could be huge.
That the Ogerpon has enough to take
but there's still the Trick Room, so Ogerpon should move before Miraidon.
Last turn of the Trick Room, so once that does shift.
And probably kills, if I'm honest. Luca might have this.
It's going to be in a position where it's not really.
Imagine how tense this must feel. Imagine how scared you'd be in every kind of situation. No, actually went for the Woodhammer. I thought Ivy Cudgel goes for the Woodhammer. I think that is going to be Luca winning and going to the finals. Because now the Draco Meteor is going to come into the Farigiraf, and honestly, even though it's -2 already, it should kill.
This game 2 is the only thing left.
Here it comes. There it is! Luca is going to the finals! Congratulations, Luca. That is a best of 3, and Luca won both the matches. He is going to the finals. GG's, and congratulations. And now we have one more match to determine who is going to be in the finals with him. It is... Who do we have here? Who do we have here? I think we have a Japanese player. Right, here we go. We have Yuta Ishigaki and Michael Kelsch. Wait, is that Denmark represented? Denmark and Japan. Who is going to be it? I kind of have to root for Japan because I've been learning Japanese and I just came back from Japan. So let's go. Let's go, Japan. Woo! Good luck. Gambatte ne. Gambatte ne.
at Worlds, and there's that.
Wait, hold on. He's a Calyrex Shadow Rider. Sorry, he's a Calyrex Ice Rider user. I no longer want him to win.
Yeah, of course, you can't come to the World Championships and not see an Amoonguss on game 1. Turn 1 here. Yuta Ishigaki with the Calyrex Ice Rider next to that mushroom. Compared to Michael Kell's Fluttermane and Chien Pao was his lead.
This is
is it Deutsch? Is he German?
To boost the speed of that
never mind.
Fluttermane, but honestly, it would have been one of the fastest Pokemon on the field regardless in this position. While Fluttermane could go on the
it's Germany,
offense
never
here,
mind.
try to target down a Shadow Ball against the opposing Calyrex Ice Rider, there is no way here, thanks to the presence of that Amoonguss, for Michael to land both a Shadow Ball and a secondary attack to guarantee the KO on that Calyrex Ice Rider to stop a potential Trick Room. So if Yuta loves Trick Room,
okay, this is a tough one. This is really tense.
Yeah, you better prove your worth if you really do want to be known as the biggest Trick Room fan out there.
Okay, dude, I mean, Michael's team is very good. We have Fluttermane, we have Chien Pao, we have Urshifu.
Many people that would like to take their claim to that fame. Yuta does not swap either of his Pokemon. He will terrestrialize Amoonguss.
Terrestrializes Amoonguss to Fire frame 1. Oh, that's fun.
Choice, most common on Amoonguss.
Michael was second place last year. Let's see if he can maneuver his way into the finals this time.
Resisting potential Icicle Crash on the other end. Michael does not fall for it, however, with his Chien Pao protecting. Urshifu's gotten onto the field for free without taking any damage.
Oh, the Trick Room is up. This is going to be an uphill battle for Michael. However, Glacial Lance isn't going to be doing a huge amount because of the resistances.
Pokemon will be moving first for the next 4 turns.
An amazing adjustment, though, from Michael, correctly recognizing that the Urshifu is the perfect counter for this Amoonguss. While it is holding Rocky Helmet,
oh wait, is that a Dark
turned itself
Urshifu?
into a Fire type, and the Urshifu is also holding safety goggles. So
no, it's Surging Strikes. Never mind.
A Surging Strikes here from picking
the
up
Calyrex runs away like little baby boy,
Trick Room to switch
and the Pelipper comes out. What? Pelipper?
This turn into the Pelipper.
What is happening right now?
Thanks to his drizzle ability.
Yeah, US team looks cool. Pelipper and Amoonguss?
At the end of NAIC with Patrick Connor's team. Let's
all right, Michael terrestrializing into water so he can surge some strikes. Surging strikes should be illegal because it goes for the protect and always crits. Like, what's up with that? That's incredibly, this is ridiculous. Sucker Punch does nothing.
From his surging strikes. The Sucker Punch doesn't work.
Spore comes out into Chien Pao. Yuta's in a good position here.
And now Amoonguss puts Chien Pao to sleep. It will be forced
Life Orb Pelipper? What am I looking at right now? Surging Strikes comes out into the Pelipper, doing a solid chunk of damage in the rain. Ooh, that's a loss. But he's going to live.
Doesn't feel like it, Gabby.
It doesn't feel like it, indeed, but that Pelipper has enough HP to hold on for another turn, and honestly, that aligns with how Yuta
This is so intense. This is going to decide who's in the finals. Oh my god, I'm freaking out, man. My adrenaline is pumping right now.
To that Pelipper, so that its attacks would be slightly more powerful, and when you're facing down against an Urshifu,
he has a substitute Urshifu as well.
Its weakness to any flying type attacks, I think a
Aqua Jets into the Pelipper, and with the Chien Pao asleep, that's going to really suck. It's going to make things very hard.
It does have Pollen Puff as an attack, but there will be no target on the field as
Aqua Jet comes into the Pelipper, takes it out. Pelipper can do absolutely nothing about it.
As he saw the Aqua Jet being animation, there's
Terra, Water, Rain, Surgeon Strikes is ridiculous.
Pelipper is down before getting any attacks off here in game 1. Pollen Puff
goes for the Pollen Puff into Chien Pao to try and do a lot. Oh, that does a lot. That does a ton.
HP. Chien Pao did use its first turn of sleep there, so there is the possibility that it
and there's the Urshifu on the other side too.
Interestingly enough, though, Yuta sends in his own Urshifu in this position, opting to keep the Calyrex in the back of his party, and I think more importantly, sending in a Pokemon that doesn't necessarily benefit from the Twisted Dimensions. If this Urshifu is trained to be slightly
Trick Room is still up. That's true.
Here, it's possible that Yuta is anticipating that it would be able to move.
Wait, Michael has Zamazenta? Okay, I'm on Michael's side now. Oh, but I also really like you as team, though. Okay, I did say that I didn't want a Calyrex Ice Rider to win, and that's true. I don't want a Calyrex Ice Rider to win because Calyrex Ice Rider has big head and cringe. But, oh, I love Zamazenta. But also, I really like Yua's team because he has a freaking... Someone said he had an Iron Valiant, and he has Amoonguss and Pelipper, which is super unique, and I haven't really seen too much of that, so that's also really fun. Oh, you know what? I want them both to win. I want them both to win.
And put some pressure down onto the opposing Urshifu on the other side of the field. But
These are some of the best Pokemon players in the world.
Calyrex Ice Rider back out.
And it's a privilege that we get to watch them at the top of the game.
Even if Urshifu's not
Dauntless Shield comes out. Zamazenta, I really want Zamazenta to win as well. Oh.
Exactly.
On Yuta's end,
Pollen does nothing to Urshifu. Surging Strikes, that would just kill the Amoonguss. That's just, yeah. Jesus Christ, doesn't even need the third hit. Does not even need the third hit.
Never stood a chance against
It's gone. It is straight. Yeah, it's toasted.
Don't see this too often in VGC.
And interestingly enough, we do see Michael's own Urshifu attack first there. So
there's the terrestrialization gone.
How these Pokemon are trained for both of these trainers.
Yeah, so that's
it could be a speed tie though.
To the field now, it's all up to Yuta in his adjustments with his last 2 Pokemon.
Close combat comes out into the other Urshifu. The Urshifu goes down.
Maybe he needed the power.
It's now a 2 versus 3 situation.
Target to secure the KO.
Zamazenta has a very good matchup into Calyrex, I would imagine.
Yuta's no longer able to swap out and reset those stat drops.
And more importantly, there's none of those options we were talking about during team preview to try and pin the options available to the Zamazenta, which is now on.
How many more turns does the Trick Room have? Like 2 or 3?
Will be taking decent amount of damage from a rain-boosted Surging Strikes. Calyrex Ice Rider, I think, almost forced to go for high horsepower in this situation because you don't want to risk being caught off guard by a wide guard and having 0 damage done for the entirety of this match. But given that one Pokemon is going to be wide guarding, I almost feel like
this looks like a win for Michael.
Sends in here, it's going to be that
he has a Pokemon advantage.
Will have a great
and he has a advantage against the Calyrex as well.
To target down either of these Pokemon, and you know, as another cherry on top, because the booster energy already was used on that Flutter Mane, there is no speed boost to make it even slower during the remainder of this Trick Room.
Yeah, Yuta in a really tough spot right here in game 1. Michael Couch has been playing
Icy Wind. Interesting. He's taking out that Urshifu. That's the main threat. Because he knows that Zamazenta versus Calyrex, he should win that.
Been able to do too much. It's been kind of more of a moral support coach so far for game 1 of Michael's end, but it's still working out.
And that's all Zamazenta.
High horsepower into Zamazenta. Oh, that's a good chunk actually. Wow. And then Surging Strikes into the Flutter Mane is going to kill it.
It's going to be a 3-hit.
Oh no, this is just swift. This might switch into Yuta's favor here because Chin Pao is still asleep.
From Surging Strikes, Urshifu. Zamazenta took that attack actually.
And I don't think he can one shot.
So really tough.
Oh!
For Yuta.
Oh, the Focus Sash. The Focus Sash. The Focus Sash. Oh, it's not good. How much Trick Room is left? Twisted Dimensions have returned to normal. Wait.
Twisted Dimensions have returned to normal.
It's not over yet. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. It's not over yet.
But Chen Pao is still asleep and
Sword of
is
Rune.
not guaranteed to wake
No,
up
Sword of Rune's going to work
turn.
against him because Sword of Rune will reduce Zamazenta's defense. He's going to take more from high horsepower now.
So Chen Pao, if it does wake up, should be able to pick up the KO on that Urshifu, and then it's just the
he needs Chen Pao to wake up. He needs to wake up.
Calyrex Ice Rider. Calyrex Ice Rider is going to need at least 2 more high horsepowers. Obviously, a critical hit would
critical hit will kill Zamazenta.
They're
right.
Much in order to pick up the KO on that Pokemon. So Michael is still in a very comfortable position, assuming that the Chen Pao can wake up, but it stays asleep.
It does not wake up.
No attacks from Chen Pao.
Aqua Jet into Chen Pao goes down. I think that may be it. For round 1, body press into the Calyrex. Doesn't do enough. Doesn't do enough.
Yuta! And the high horsepower plus
yeah, I think Surging Strikes is going to finish him off now.
Urshifu on his end should be more than enough to take down Zamazenta.
I am a little bit curious to see just how much damage that
detects.
Urshifu could do to Zamazenta
that's
for a
mean.
game 2 situation, but Yuta making a great
I guess it does
prediction there.
outspeed. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it does outspeed actually.
D-Tech to stop the
So that was the
KO
correct
on
play.
that
I don't think it was
Pokemon.
disrespectful. No, I think he had to do that. He had to do that. Because Zamazenta has much higher base speed than Urshifu.
This Calyrex Ice Rider will be able to attack into this Zamazenta the 2 times
there you go.
it would need to pick up that KO. And we see
That's
Michael
round 1
go ahead
or
and
match
pick
1
forfeit,
or battle
giving
1
Yuta
of the
this
match
game
going to
The
Yuta.
second Trick Room turn.
Oh, we're going to see a week. Oh, let me see that team. Iron Valiant is so fun. And Landorus?
For that second Trick Room.
Oh, I don't know who I want to see. in the finals, man. This is
With
such a
Calyrex
fun
and Patterrz.
team. Both of them are such fun teams.
That's a great Pokemon. So we'll see if Michael can make any adjustments. Will he force a game 3, or will he be watching the finals with us
Hopefully he can prevent that Chien Pao from being put to sleep again, because that really messed him up.
To Urshifu Chien Pao on Michael's end.
Unlike the previous game, though, Michael can find an early knockout here against the Amoonguss.
I think whoever goes to the finals from this game, I think that's who I want to win.
Throat chop and icicle.
I think that's who I'm going to root for in the
Not
finals.
move in the world, but if the Amoonguss does not terrastalize, icicle crash plus any damage from that Urshifu will pick up the KO, and that's exactly what we see. It connects.
Oh!
Terra,
Amoonguss hangs on!
No one hit either.
The surging strikes into the Amoonguss. The Amoonguss is gone!
Hit points, so
Wow, no terrestrial. Yeah, he just doubled into it to make sure it dies.
Twice into Amoonguss. That is 2.
There goes Amoonguss. It's Jova for Amoonguss.
How crucial that is going to be later on in this game too. However, that means Calyrex Ice Rider has not been attacked on this turn. Yuta, the Trick Room lover, sets it up turn 1 of game 1.
Michael's running an Entei as well, which is just, there goes the Trick Room. That's going to be tough.
Really living up to his reputation.
It's going to be really hard for Michael to come back from that now.
Calyrex Ice Rider is probably one of the most popular Trick Room Pokemon in the metagame right now, and Yuta showcasing exactly why it is so strong.
Here comes the Pelipper! Dude, Pelipper winning would be insane.
To deal enough damage to power his way through this matchup once again, and knowing that he doesn't have the Amoonguss available to him anymore.
He brought the Entei as well. He actually brought it. The Drizzle supports Calyrex Ice Rider so well too.
Switched in, took some damage, and then was KO'd. Could go for a Hurricane into the opposing Urshifu. It has not terrestrialized away from that weakness yet. Could also try and just
This is so intense. I can't imagine how it would feel being in this situation, because I'm freaking shaking my hands right now.
Really tough spot since it's such a fast Pokemon.
Glacial Lance comes through.
Moving the slowest under.
She was gonna resist it though, so he's not gonna care too much about it. He's gonna be like, Glacial Lance, more like Glacial Pants. I'm almost dead. That's what the Urshifu said. It's a crit. Oh, that's to feel bad. But he made a good prediction on the Protect here.
So Michael is not going to lose his Pokemon.
There's not really much that Urshifu can do. That's not gonna be enough to kill. It's gonna be enough to get over half, but
water this time around. So Urshifu's doing significantly less damage.
Even still though, we saw that Urshifu terrestrialize in game number 1, and it still wasn't enough damage to pick up the KO on that Pelipper. This is a great opportunity for Yuta to once again go for
Michael's Urshifu has such an interesting set.
For an attack onto that.
He has Aqua Jet and Surgeon Strikes, but he doesn't have CC.
You can take a Swords of Ruin Sucker Punch into that Calyrex Ice Rider, you're going to be in a great spot.
I can't believe the finals is a best of 3. I feel like it's going to be over so quickly.
Go for the terrestrialization on that Amoonguss to open up the opportunity for Trick Room. I think
Zamazenta is still in the back.
Seriously considering the Chien Pao as the #1 threat right now. You Trick Room, or you terrestrialize this turn, you don't take super effective damage from Sucker Punch, you get that KO, and then you have the ability to resist the opposing Urshifu. But Michael did bring Entei, and while Yuta's the first
Pelipper run like a baby. Bye-bye, Pelipper. See you later. Urshifu comes out. Urshifu run like baby. Bye-bye, Urshifu. But of course, the Trick Room is up. You gotta always have to keep that in mind. The Trick Room is up. Sucker Punch into... That does not work. Does not do anything. Glacial Lance. That's gonna do a lot. Not quite half, but still a ton of damage. And now this is just a sticky situation to be in, because that Urshifu on the other side of the field is just threatening both the Pokemon. So what do you even do now? It's at full health. It threatens both the Pokemon. It's not looking too good.
Through Trick Room, like many trainers do, you just rely on your priority attacks, maybe the combination of a Terra Normal Extreme Speed and a Sucker Punch to pick up the KO on... has to be the Urshifu on the opposing side of the field, but that still will allow
Entei does not seem to be able to do much here. With the rain up, ooh, swapping directly into Zamazenta. Terrestrialize into normal? No? Sucker Punch into Urshifu, terrestrialize normal into Urshifu. Yeah, he needs to get rid of that Urshifu, but he can. If the Urshifu attacks here, I think that the combination should be able to do it, considering there's the Ruin thing that lowers defense. I think it should be able to do it. Terrestrializes into water, which actually could benefit Michael a little bit here, unless he goes for like an Aqua Jet. This could be a good turn for Michael to be able to take him out.
Yeah, Extreme Speed is guaranteed to go first. So while we will see both these trainers lock
but I
in
didn't
their
consider.
terrestrialization this turn,
Entei dies to
will
Glacial
be
Lance now because
attacking
it's not
next.
resisted
Big
anymore.
question though, Joe, who's the target and how much damage is it going to do?
We'll see. Remember, it is
Here comes the
Sword
E-Speed.
of Ruin ability.
It's
boosting
banded
the
Terra
damage
normal
from this
E-Speed with
Choice
low
Band.
defense. It's not enough to take it out, but the Sucker
Into
Punch.
Urshifu.
Oh, the Aqua Jet comes out.
Brings it down into
Is it
the
into
red,
Chien-Pao?
and now
Oh, shit.
rain
Oh, no.
boosted
Oh, no.
Aqua Jet.
Oh, it's a crit!
Chien-Pao is out.
Imagine
Here in
that.
game
You
two,
fly
Michael
all
down
the
to his
way
last
from
3
Germany.
Pokemon remaining. That was a
Battle
normal
for
type switch
years
versus both single
to
target
lose
and
to a
no
crit.
resisted, so
Oh,
Entei is
wow. That's
gone.
heartbreaking.
Calyrex
That's
Ice Rider is gonna
absolutely
benefit
heartbreaking.
from that attack boost
God,
as
that
well
hurts.
when it's chilling.
Flies
main
all the way
ability
from Germany and
activates.
dies to a crit.
That's exactly the kind of boost it's going to need as they were going into the end game here of this game number 2. Urshifu on Michael's side of the field, holding on with just a little bit of health left.
I honestly don't know if
And
the crit mad, but it just feels
Zamazenta,
bad
the
to see
Pokemon
that.
has brought
That's gonna be so
Michael
tilting.
so many
I'd be tilted to the face of the planet.
accomplishments this season. Still at full health, his final Pokemon to be revealed in this game
Sucker Punch would do nothing. Sucker Punch would kill the Urshifu.
too.
Yeah,
Oh, Sucker Punch would do nothing because the Aqua Jet. You're so right, actually. You're completely right. It would have died regardless. No, it's fine. It's fine because the Sucker Punch wouldn't have done anything because it would have failed, right? Because the Aqua Jet went first. So the crit doesn't... Actually, all the crit did was prevent Calyrex from getting another Chilling Neigh if it did survive.
Zamazenta is his last hope of forcing a game 3. Remember, Yuta still has the Pelipper in the back, so
Yuta is playing out of his mind today.
Compared to his 2, especially the low health Urshifu remaining not long for the rest of this match because Glacial
Aqua Jet coming into the Urshifu.
Yeah,
Wide
this
guards.
Is a tough decision still.
I don't know if he can do much with that.
Guard present for
I don't know if
Zamazenta,
Zamazenta can do
and
it.
We saw Yuta as soon as Wide Guard was on the field in game number 1.
Surging strikes into Calyrex and body press into.
And you would think that
Oh, he's really thinking about this now.
Aqua Jet
Wide guards.
Lance to pick up the KO on the Urshifu.
Preventing the Glacial Lance.
Last turn of Trick Room. If your Aqua Jet can move first.
Wait, there it goes. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
That's the first key to coming back.
I wonder if he high horsepowered. If he high horsepowered into Urshifu, I'm gonna pop off.
It prevents the spread attacks. But he goes for
Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god!
And Yuta is one knockout away
He's
from
done
the
it!
final.
He's done it!
Now at +2 attack on
The
that
read!
Calyrex Ice Rider, and we saw how much damage the high horsepower
And with the
did
Chilling
in
Neigh,
game number
and with the
1.
Pelipper in the
You
back as
know
well.
that this is going to be dealing a significant
That's a
amount
tough
of
one to come back from
damage
now.
to
I
the
think it
Zamazenta.
might be
The
Jova.
big question is though, will it be able to take out
It's
the
not
Pelipper?
enough.
And it
That's it.
misses.
That's it. That's game. That is gonna be it. It's gonna get cleaned up now. Which means Yuta is gonna be going to the final against Luca. Which means a Pelipper is in the final of the Pokemon World Championship. He goes to the Trick Room to guarantee the victory. Yuta has been playing out of his mind today. Absolutely playing out of his mind. I am so excited to watch this. I am so... He's got to go for the protects. He has to try and protect over and over and over again. I think the only way he can win now is to get like an Omega Super Crit and protect until the Trick Room wears off. But it's just not going to happen. Unfortunately, that is going to be it. I think he should have went for the protects anyway just to see what happens. But that is going to be Yuta and Luca in the finals. Which means we have a Miraidon team versus a Calyrex Ice Rider team, but we have an Iron Valiant and a Pelipper on the Ice Rider team. Like, what is going on with that? That is crazy. This is crazy. I can't wait. I am so freaking excited to watch this match. I cannot wait. Oh my god. I'm so freaking talked right now. Here, the Masters Finals begins. Luca versus Yuta. My prediction is that Yuta is going to win. It would be cool to see a Miraidon win, but I also think that Yuta's team is very interesting, using Iron Valiant, using Pelipper, using Landorus. I do love Landorus too. Here we go. The final match begins now. We have a Landorus and Pelipper up against Miraidon, and Urshifu obviously looks like a good position for Luca to be in. But that Landorus is going to be doing a lot to Miraidon if it can get off an attack. It's a best of 3. I thought it would be a best of 5, but it's not. It's a best of 3, and they changed up the layout for this too for some reason. You don't actually get to see the items anymore, which I wish they would show the items on the layout, but they don't show the items anymore. They show the items before the match, but they don't show... I wish they would show the items. I know that Miraidon has a choice specs. and I think Life Orb on Pelipper.
Well, before the Pelipper may be able to follow up. But that's
All right, Iron Hands comes in. That is a really cool battle stadium. Wait, so they can have a massive crowd in the battle stadium? Why can't we have this in the game? That's so sick. Terrestrialization coming out turn 1.
Look at that. There is a terrestrialization.
It's spectator mode. This looks so sick, though.
It is holding that assault vest, so it's
Oh,
gonna be able to,
Ghost.
you know,
Ghost.
withstand a decent amount of the special attacks
Ghost
that
into the Landorus.
Landorus is able to throw its way, but
This is a really cool battle stadium. I really like this battle stadium. Helping Hands. Oh, this is going to be a massive sandstorm here. Oh, no, the Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb. He made a huge prediction. Oh, Yuta does not like that. He made a massive prediction on the terrestrialization of Maridon and missed it. It missed it. Oh,
I love the way Luca was able to
that's tough.
here. From Yuta's side,
that's really, that was a wrong prediction to make. Luca made a really good play there.
A lot more vulnerable to something like the sludge bomb coming through from the Landorus. So a fantastic
all right, Yuta's going to have to come back from a little bit of a hole now. Dude, what's wrong with the faces of these? What's wrong with the faces of the characters in the background?
Think about that, right? Is that
you see that?
going
They
to
look
come
weird.
through? Are you actually going to see a switch? And so both of them really having to make that quick decision. But where do we go from here, Lou? Because right now, Yuta is going to be down one Pokemon and critically down the Terra. It's gone.
Yeah, down the terrestrialization is super bad for Yuta. It is only game 1. It is a best of 3.
You can start getting into a position where you might be able to set up the trick room and gain a little bit more momentum.
It does look so weird in the background, doesn't it? There's the Calyrex.
And again, you have the utility with something like
the Glacial Lance is going to be doing big numbers here.
Just to be able to boost up some extra damage, or at the same time trying to
now Lucas still has his terrestrialization in the back. This is 4 in the morning as I'm watching this, so if my voice sounds weird, that's why.
Maybe a little bit of good news for it is Luca is going to remove the Urshifu from
Maridon. Oh, the Maridon switching? There's no way. The Maridon switching on the Glacial Lance? What? Oh, I guess because Fake Out, right? Yeah, the Fake Out makes it safe to do that. Wait, ooh, what's the Pelipper gonna do? Ooh, nice bait. Yeah, Fake Out into the Amoonguss slot. Rocky Helmet damage, and where the ball comes out, nice. Nice play, nice play, nice play. Doesn't take it out, though. Good positioning from Yuta, though.
Not quite enough, but now
that was a good prediction on Yuta's part.
While it's not going to be able to go for something like the Spore because the electric terrain is active, none of these Pokemon will be able to get put to sleep. It does have the opportunity here to go for something like the Pollen Puff or the Clear Smog, just get a little bit of damage.
This is incredibly intense.
It can also go for the Rage Powder if it wants
He can go for the Rage Powder, but
we see with this Pelipper switching on.
It won't help for spread moves. I guess he's not going to Dazzling Gleam, though. Calyrex comes in. A lot of switching here, a lot of risky switches. Is he going to try and Spore? No, he can't. The electric terrain. Draco into the Amoonguss, and there goes the Amoonguss. That is a good turn from Luca. Very commanding plays coming out here. Wild Charge goes into the slot of the Calyrex, and that is doing over half. Taking out the Iron Hands, but I think that's fine. It's over half to the Calyrex.
In the recoil, though, going to eliminate this Iron Hand.
I think that might be game 1 wrapped.
That Luca gets to depend on. I mean,
already.
Luca has played this so well. Losing the Iron Hands is actually a benefit because you get the option to bring your Urshifu back onto the field, and it still has its focus sash.
That might be game 1 wrapped right there. I can't lie. Yeah, he just straight up just quits. Just quits.
Luca's going to take game 1.
There we go. Luca takes game 1. Luca is 1 game away from being a world champion.
Second turn, very, very difficult decision there for both of our players to make.
And that turn 1 just tilted Yuta off the face of the earth, I think.
Exactly. I think as well when you see the Pelipper in play, and we're so used to seeing Pelipper holding the focus sash, but the fact that
I do want to see a Maridon win. I really want to see a Maridon win. But I like Yuta's team, and I just came back from Japan. All right, game 2. Let's see if Luca can take it home, or if Yuta can pull back a win. The Iron Valiant. You know what? If we're going to go down, we're going to go down swinging. The Iron Valiant coming out is so sick. I love seeing the Iron Valiant on the field. Quark Drive's going to increase its speed's going to make it very fast. Going to make it faster than Maridon at the very least. We see Ogerpon on the field as well. This is a good start for Yuta, it looks like. See the Ogerpon on the field. It's a shiny Iron Valiant.
And that lander is not too far behind it either. And so now Luca's going to have to figure out what do you actually go for here. With this Iron Valiant is running
Luca's, I feel like this is a really good position for you as to sign.
The special attack output from this Miraidon, because you have no way to actually remove the terrain. So it's always going to keep that Hadron Engine boost to its special attack. The other thing that you have, though, is if you really want to, you can consider trying to switch something in or go for coaching. There's a lot of options here for this Iron Valiant to provide in terms of support.
It's going to be tempting to go for the Spirit Break, though, to kind of...
Ooh, the Terrestrialization coming turn 1 from Luca. What's it going to be? Is it going to be Miraidon? It is going to be Miraidon. Fairy-type Miraidon Terrestrialization. He made the prediction turn 1 last time, and it failed. Does he make the prediction again? Probably not.
Pure fairy type in the form of Miraidon here. Something like a dazzling gleam would deal a significant...
Do the follow me from the Ogerpon.
It's going to be some redirection coming in for the Ogerpon.
Oh, this might be a dead Valiant. This might be a dead... Spirit Break goes into... Yep, Spirit Break goes into the Ogerpon. Does nothing at all. Not a good start. Sludge Bomb, though, goes into the Ogerpon, and it takes it out. Ogerpon goes down. I think Iron Valiant's going to be dead. I think it's going to get Electro Drift and killed. No, the Volt Switch. Is that going to kill? It kills? Oh my god, Miraidon's ridiculous.
You've removed one big threat
Goodness
from the field
gracious
here,
me.
enabling Luca the opportunity to now adjust and switch up the ball position. The Volt Switch will mean a Pokemon has to come into fruition, but then because you have had that other partner removed...
All right, Iron Hands comes out and plays some Miraidon.
We know that Fake Out potential is on the field, as well as once
I guess, dude, the Miraidon can just come back out immediately again as well. That's what's crazy about this. You can just bring out the freaking Miraidon again. Miraidon is insane.
Do you know what I wonder, though, is if Yuta is now going to completely switch things up here. You went with the fast mode front and center. Now you have the
Oh, Calyrex making an appearance as well. Miraidon comes immediately back out. Dude, it can just Volt Switch again. It's so strong. It's so ridiculously strong. I guess Iron Valiant isn't really that bulky, though, is it?
That could be a fantastic end game state for Yuta.
It could be, but there's not really...
Yuta still has his Terrestrialization in the back, too.
Potentially get a decent amount of damage out. You look at the Landers with this Sludge Bomb, and it's not necessarily
This could be the last match of Worlds. This could be it. This could be game.
If there's any little bit of extra damage that could
or we could go to a third one.
Calyrex is able to withstand another attack. It's why this Terra is going to be so...
Obviously, Landorus can just go for a Sludge Bomb into the Miraidon slot, but he could just Volt Switch out.
A defensive capability.
I almost wonder if the Terra on the Landorus could be good as well, though, because, you know, Fake Out's in the field with the Iron Hands. You're locked into Sludge Bomb, and you're going to...
Oh, true. He could Terrestrialize Ghost the Landorus. The commentator's making a good point.
Like the Ghost Terra, then you can avoid
the Fake Out, because the Fake Out's going to come through for something.
Also a key component. A lot of decisions here for Yuta.
A lot of decisions and
see.
not a whole lot of
He's
time
going for
to
the
do it.
Terrestrialization. I think it's going to be on Landorus. Is he going to Terrestrialize Landorus again? No, it's the Calyrex this time. It's Grass to get resistance to electric.
They can get through and survive some of this damage, and that this Trick Room is going to be the exact environment that it wants to be.
Fake out into the Calyrex slot. Sludge Bomb comes through into Miraidon. Ooh, it does a lot, but not enough. Draco Meteor is going to knock out the Landorus. That's big. That's big. That's really, really big. Calyrex now can't attack.
No stopping Luca at this point in time. You needed the helping hand to be able to get the KO.
There's the flinch.
It just wasn't enough without a critical hit to completely deactivate this Miraidon on the field.
Does not miss the Draco Meteor. Amoonguss comes through.
The last two remaining Pokemon for Yuta in his
this is Yuta's last hope now. There is Rage Powder in play now, though. There's Rage Powder could save this. Rage Powder Glacial Lance could do numbers.
It's had its special attack dropped, so it's not going to be dealing as much damage.
Yeah, and if you are able to actually...
Rhydon is -2 special attack, but honestly, with specs, doesn't really matter that much.
You have the speed in your control.
You could also miss Draco Meteor.
Dishing out some of these glacial lances.
Draco Meteor comes through, does not Rage Powder. He survives.
It's going to do a decent amount of damage.
Oh. Iron Hand's Wild Charge, does it kill? It lives! The live! Wait, the Glacial Lance is going to go crazy, though. Pollen Pop to heal up Calyrex to full. Glacial Lance. Trick Room!
Now the speeds are going to be in control potentially for Calyrex, but
what a flip. That's a crazy change there.
trained to be very, very slow. And in some situations, can
Great games. Great. The game is still on. The game is afoot. The game is afoot.
Have trained their Pokemon in terms of speed and who is going to be the faster.
Yuta's video gaming out of his mind right now. He needs to. He absolutely has to.
Generator ability is null and void, and because the electric train is on the field, you cannot.
I can't believe the live on 2. The live on 2 is insane.
Needs to maybe, I think, only go for the redirection. You've got Clear Smog, but I don't think that's going to do too much. Although into the Miraidon, it might be enough.
It might be enough, absolutely.
The Clear Smog comes out into the Iron Hands, does absolutely nothing.
Amount of damage there, and as it goes for the
Goes for the Drain Punch. Another Glacial Lance is going to come through.
The Rocky Helmet.
Oh, wait. The Iron Hands moves before the Calyrex.
A little bit of damage back. This could be indicative of how they are trained indeed. Of course, Amoonguss does go down, and now Calyrex has the utility to go for that Glacial Lance.
High horsepower.
I mean, that's one way to do it. You get it.
Oh, he wants the boost. Yeah, he kills the Iron Hands, eliminates that as a threat because it goes first, and he gets the height. He gets the Chilling Neigh, and now he can Glacial Lance. +1 Glacial Lance. Dude, if he gets critted there, I would cry if he got critted there. I would actually cry. Farigiraf comes in. Now Glacial Lance is going to go crazy, but the Electric Seed is there. Dude, I think he wins. I think Yuta wins this one.
But it is rocking that foul play, and as your attack boost from Chilling Neigh gets
I think we're going to go to game 3.
Foul play's potential gets bigger.
Glacial Lance comes through. It's +1 right now. Rhydon's dead easily. Farigiraf is... It's a critical hit on the Rhydon, doesn't matter. Unless Farigiraf goes dummy crazy. Yeah, I think we're going to a game 3.
And so as we see the Chilling Neigh boost come up one more time, it's going to be even more
Foul play. Foul play.
Goes into the Calyrex. It brings it down so low.
Jesus Christ, he just barely lives.
Hanging on. It is now a 1v1. Calyrex is going to move.
And now Glacial Lance at +2. Single target.
And
It's there. It's game 3. It's a game 3. Oh my god. Oh my god, what a finals. What a finals. Yuta just pulling it back there. Good god.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
We're going to a game 3, folks. We're going to a game 3.
I cannot believe that.
Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Final game. This decides the champion. World champion match game. Iron Valiant and Calyrex leads into Miraidon and Ogerpon. I think we're going to see Follow Me again. We're definitely going to see Follow Me. I think that Iron Valiant's probably going to die immediately. I mean, although we do have speed boost on the Iron Valiant, that is good. We're probably going to see Follow Me. Ooh, but actually Glacial Lance would go crazy. You could Terra Grass the Calyrex and go for Glacial Lance. And that would really threaten the Miraidon.
From the opposing Miraidon, Draco Meteor will be neutral, but you are fearing that opposing Ogerpon.
I can't believe that last match. That game 2 was insane. That was such a good game 2.
Being able to boost up your defense as well, that's going to be able to put you in a survivability spot, is yet to be determined. And if there is not a terrestrialization,
the fireworks going off in the background is so sick too. I really wish we had this in the game. It'd be really cool to have in like videos. I'd love to do a tournament video with this in the background.
You see the leads on the board. Do you also continue to think about Trick Room setup in this moment?
Oh, Trick Room could be very useful. Commentators are smaller than I am. There's the Follow Me. Glacial Lance is dummy crazy though. Actually, no, you can just Volt Switch. Coaching?
That coaching coming through, and as you can see, Calyrex is going to be gaining the attack and the defense that is not redirected by the Follow Me.
But the Draco
the Draco.
Help you with that. But this Ice Spider Calyrex does hold on as
the Trick Room. That's a plus attack.
Now the speeds
Calyrex and Trick Room now.
The Iron Valiant in a little bit of a detrimental
I've never seen coaching used in my life.
To switch something in from the back, or let the Iron Valiant go down. Be happy for it to be KO'd and allow
the Glacial Lance is insane now. I mean, he has to switch out the... Does he switch out the Miraidon? He has to, right? He has to save it, but the Trick Room's gonna last 5 turns. He's gaming, Your Honor. He's gaming.
I think you just have to try to make the most of the attack.
That coaching might go crazy. I mean, Miraidon definitely dies now. Ogerpon doesn't die though, right?
Onto this Ogerpon, but also depends on maybe how these are trained.
He's switching, Your Honor. He's switching. Does Glacial Lance kill Ogerpon? I would imagine not.
It's going to be Iron Hands that takes
Iron Hands comes in.
So let's see what happens from here after we see this attack boost for the Iron Hands.
Well, Yuta doesn't necessarily want to see this Iron Hands. We know that it has the potential
Iron Valiant switches out.
Faster in Trick Room against that Calyrex, and with the very low HP.
I don't think the Glacial Lance is going to kill either of them. I mean, I might be wrong though. I mean, it's +1 attack, but it's split damage.
Is just going to enable none of these fire type attacks to deal.
Oh, spiky shields. Interesting.
Spiky Shield means that you are actually going to have
Actually,
it on
that
the field
doesn't
a little
really
bit
work
longer.
out.
It's going to deny a boost, another boost to this Ice
Because now Pelipper can move before the Ogerpon. Iron Hands just takes so much damage. I mean, you just Glacial Lance and Weather Ball the Ogerpon? Oh, Fake Out. I forgot about Fake Out. I forgot about Fake Out.
For the Fake Out into the Calyrex, or does the Calyrex protect? And then you
The Calyrex does. I mean, the Calyrex most likely protects. You get a free double protect here, right? Oh no, he's just gonna switch. Okay, he's definitely gonna protect. 100% he's gonna protect.
Or a Hurricane even into the opposing Ogerpon.
Oh wait, hold on. The Iron Hands is actually outslowing the Calyrex.
Doesn't have to fear.
So in Trick Room,
Fake Out does go into the Amoonguss,
oh,
though, so
what?
Now that you see that come through, it's
Crazy.
a little bit more rocky.
That's a
recoil,
crazy. Damn, that's a crazy predict.
Calyrex.
Iron Hands is slow.
It's sacrificing a turn of Trick Room to switch up the ball position because now Amoonguss going to be the slowest thing on the field. It can go for something like the Pollen Puff and how that Calyrex.
Yeah, this Iron Hands really threatens the Calyrex now.
It gives it a little bit.
And with the Electric Terrain up, Amoonguss can't sleep it.
You know that the Iron Hands only
He can Rage Powder though.
attacks, so you can draw them in. Obviously, the Ogerpon, however, being a grass type, is not going to be affected by that Rage Powder, so it makes things difficult.
It does make it difficult, meaning that if you try to redirect away something like an Ivy Cudgel, or even just a Woodhammer, this Calyrex is already.
Is it going to be
not
Rage Powder
sitting at a
Glacial
very
Lance here?
healthy amount of HP. So as you head into this next turn, we are going to end up seeing a
Terrassalization.
first. And let's see what it's for.
Nice to see it a little bit later in the game, but it is indeed going to be on the Ogerpon here, dropping its
Ooh, yep. It's going to tank a Glacial Lance now.
On the field here, trying to maybe use that embody aspect to boost up the attack stat and get rid of this Amoonguss.
This is a good position for Luca to be in.
It's going to work because it did get rid of that grass typing. So it's going to draw this attention away from.
Okay, the low kick drawn in though.
It also has to take the low kick. Another little bit of chip damage down to this Iron Hands as the Glacial Lance hits.
Wait, he terrestrializes, so he's not grass type anymore, right?
It's really going to go down in the Ogerpon now that it is removed.
So wait, it gets redirected, doesn't it?
It still only takes about half of that damage.
It's still going to be vulnerable though, considering that's another chilling Nay boost that the Calyrex.
Wait, so he has to attack into the Amoonguss now? Dude, that Terra might have been a throw. Was that Terra a throw?
Ooh, the knockout even through the rain.
Iron Hands is gone now. That might, oh dude, that might have been a throw.
Out there. It allows Yuta to bring in something else, and this.
Wait, do you not get Rocket Helmet damage from Ivy Cudgel?
One of the faster things on the field, but it's going to be the Farigiraf now that's going to take this Iron Hands' place.
Because he could have killed the Calyrex there. I mean, he lives on the Glacial Lance. But then Pelipper... Ooh, I don't know the speed tiers here. I don't know the speed tiers. Cudgel doesn't make contact? I think it doesn't make contact. What do you mean? I guess she uses a stick, right?
Doesn't want to have to take another one of these Ivy Glacial Lancers. Maybe doubled up from the Pelipper could be enough to get the KO. You have got the other boost. Ogerpon may go down to another Glacial Lance.
This is the last turn of Trick Room.
There's only so many. Oh, it's the last turn of Trick Room. Miraidon can come back in and do so much after this. So much.
Means that you will be up and ready to go for something like another attack. Now that there is also this terrassalization on the Ogerpon, there's no way that Farigiraf can actually terrassalize to a water type to try to resist some of this damage. So we see
Ogerpon spiky shields.
Spiky shield here. Very safe play to make sure.
I don't know if Farigiraf speeds. Glacial Lance comes through. That's going to hurt this Farigiraf. But with the Electric Seed, I don't. It's not going to kill. It's not going to kill, right? Split damage? No. Pelipper? Oh, there goes the Calyrex. Calyrex goes down.
But what is this Pelipper going to do?
But Yuta hasn't terrassalized yet. Weather Ball into Ogerpon. Oh no, Weather Ball into Farigiraf actually kills. Oh my god, wait. Oh my god. Miraidon has to come in now, but the Trick Room's gone. This might be the last turn. This might be the last turn. This might be the turn that decides the world champ.
Yes, but now that we end up seeing this board state, we have the Iron Valiant that's going to be coming back in for Yuta, which
it's the Iron Valiant.
Expired is going to be faster than this Miraidon, especially because
oh my god. Is Yuta going to pull it out with the Iron Valiant?
Giving a natural Quark Drive boost to this Iron Valiant, and as you said already as well, the terrestrialization
Iron Valiant gets a speed boost.
Ogerpon, so there's no fairy
so it's going to outspeed the Miraidon.
From this Miraidon. I have to say though, the one thing for Ogerpon here is that redirection. If you want to go for the follow me and save the Miraidon.
Oh, there's follow me. There's follow me. Wait, can
Spirit Break from
protect
the
on either value though?
That can
Protect?
be exactly what the Miraidon needs in order to get some damage down on the field. You could go for something like a Dazzling Gleam, but there is the potential of a White Guard on the opposing side. So I think you've got to lock in something that's going to be boosted by the Electro Train, maybe the Electro Drift. I think
Oh, this is such a tough turn. I think Miraidon just kills Pelipper.
Well, we saw how much the Volt Switch from the Miraidon did into the Iron Valiant before. So
I don't know what Yu's going to do for terrestrialization here.
Be able to get the knockout as well.
There's one more turn of rain.
Hasn't used Terra though, and there is a very
Ogerpon
good
follow me is so
defensive
crazy.
Terra,
This
but
is
you
it.
take
This
a
is
look
it.
at
This is it,
Pelipper
man.
being able to terrestrialize to the grass type.
Yeah, Pelipper can't protect either, so it's going to be completely vulnerable to any electric type attacks that are coming its way. So I think
you follow me's and Miraidon's going to attack into Pelipper, right? Wait, terrestrialization. What is it? What is it? What is
It's
it?
going to be a
What is it?
terrestrialization into potentially one of the final turns of this Masters Finals. The Pelipper.
Terra grass on Pelipper?
Resist these electric type attacks from this Miraidon, but you do make yourself a bit vulnerable.
Is he gonna
to
live?
Ogerpon, even if in the rain.
Helping hands?
Into this Iron Valiant. Do we end up
What?
seeing a redirection though from this Ogerpon? And yes, we do. It is going to redirect away this attack.
The Helping Hand boost, though, is still going to be able to come through. Spirit Break, fastest thing on the field, connects down into the Ogerpon, but not enough to be able to get the knockout. And as a physical attacker, Ogerpon does not mind taking that drop for its partner Miraidon that does go for the Electro Drift.
Oh, he attacks into the Valiants. I think that's it. I think that's it. I think that's game. I think that's game. I think Luca's the world champ.
This might just be all she wrote. This Pelipper, this last bastion of hope here for
That's
Yuta.
all she wrote.
Tried to get through this game, but the rain has stopped. The protection is gone here for this grass.
I can't believe he didn't attack into the Pelipper. There it is. There it is. Luca is the world champion. Damn. Congratulations, Luca. That was some hard-fought games. I can imagine his brain was running on fumes at the end there. Italy has a world champion. Oh my god. Wow. God, such good games. Such good games. Oh my days.